people, back in my happy place on the river. River Plym, I think it is, Dewstone. I just had to get out with the camera and get back on the river. Lush. Seems like I haven't been on the river for bloody ages, but I think, as you probably know, it's probably my favourite kind of photography. Every time you come to the same spot on a river, it can be different every time because of the light, flow of water, leaves on the trees, leaves not on the trees. Look at this, heaven, look. I've come here on purpose early-ish in the morning because the sun hasn't come up over yet. I was hoping it was going to be a bit more misty, but like I said just a second ago about I come earlier because of the sun coming over. When you get bright sun coming through and hitting the white water, it's just an absolute nightmare to meter for and wrecks your shots. So look at this, absolutely gorgeous, and there's no one around. I could bang my gums all I like. So oh, hello Matt, someone itching a ride. In the middle of decorating at home. Put a coat on the kitchen last night, so I thought I'd whip out this morning, get some shots, and put a second coat on later. So, oh, just love being on the river, it's lush. Reckon there might be a long exposure there somewhere. But anyway, let's have a walk up river and see what we can find. Little tip, people. Ooh, I've been walking up and down this river now for about 25 minutes. If you know it's not going to rain, when you get out of the car to go on your little photo adventure, make sure you're a little bit cool or a little bit cold. Because with your bloody backpack on and your layers of clothes, 10 minutes, I feel like a bloody furnace. Is it me? Or the longer you've been doing photography, the harder it is to find a composition. I mean, look at this behind me, look. And admittedly, I've been doing photography now for a few years. Not a pup anymore. 25 years ago, 30 years ago, when I first picked up a camera, I would have been finding compositions everywhere. You know what it's like, you just bang. Oh, there's some white water, long exposure. But I just find it harder and harder and harder now to get a decent composition. Is that me being fussy, or is that because in the subconsciously there's like, no, it's not good enough? Whereas admittedly, yeah, that probably is the case, because when I look back at my earlier long exposure work, where I'll just literally get there, chuck an ND filter and I go, yeah, I'll be looking at the white, cloudy, you know, the funky, smooth water, and forgetting about what's around the shot, the distractions and stuff. Is it just me? You find it harder the longer you've been into photography, trying to nail a decent composition? It's a nightmare. Or is it because I'm getting older and I don't want to climb my ass down over the rocks to find it? Anyway, I better get a move on because that sun's coming up, and I got here early on purpose so that sun wouldn't white water me water. I'm getting old and slow. Oh, here comes the sunlight. Oh, my grey hair. Shit, but down there, look. No sunlight there, so I'm going to head down there. Shit. I know some of you are probably thinking, no, you want the sunlight in your shot. Like I said earlier, when the sunlight comes down and hits the white water, it makes it really bright, and sunlight is nice in the picture. I think when it falls on the woodland in the background. But this is just going to come right down on top of me and hit the white water. You know, look at that. I mean, look at that, as dull as you like, look, that side. But the woodland over here, look, oh, lush. So ideally, what I should be doing is shooting from that side of the river over with that in the background. But hey ho, live and learn. So this might just be a moody kind of shot, if I can find a bloody composition, that is. Steaming up, look. I think I've lost a stone in fluid. Woo. Quick look at this. I love the way the water runs over that rock there in the foreground. Well, it'll probably be mid-ground actually when I take the shot. It's nice and clean, and then the white water's below it. That looks nice and clean. I like the arc tree arching over the shot. Normally I tend to shoot upriver, but I might kind of shoot across this time. Don't know. Let's have a look. Find somewhere nice and cozy to put the bag. Whew. Bin the glasses. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to strip I'm roasting.
Nearly lost you then.
Oh no, I might have to come back further than what I thought actually. But that might not be bad. Might not be bad. I think I prefer it in portrait format. If I shoot it in portrait format, can you see me there? Yeah, just portrait format. I've got this big boulder in the foreground here, and then the oak tree arching over. Then I've got that rock with the nice water I was on about. In fact, I'll quickly take a picture of that and show you what I'm looking at. It's going to be something like that. See the boulder in the bottom left-hand corner? Then I've got the nice oak branch going up, framing it. And I've got that nice rock with a clear water on it. Now, if I want to get that oak over branch, oh, so right, it's in 2 shots. Oh, there's another branch going over there. Do I include that or do I not? Right, there. So, and the shot I'm looking at down here, still got the oak branch, it's still got that boulder on the left. And there's 2 rocks on the right hand side to fill that kind of void of space. And it's not very windy in here, so a little long exposure. The leaves on the trees shouldn't be moving too much. Right, I'm using this baby, the Bevan 3-stop ND filter, that's the red one. Make sure the bad boy's clean. So focused on that rock in the foreground, bottom left. 2-second timer, F13, my Bevan 3-stop ND filter, gives me 10 seconds. Because I'm shooting in the same kind of direction, and I know my other composition's over here somewhere, I am just going to leave my filter on, leave everything as it is, because I'm shooting in AV mode. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got a little setting on the back of my camera which turns my screen into a shutter button, and I've got my 2-second timer, and all I do is I touch where I want my focus to be, and that acts as a shutter button as well. How cool is that? Oh, I quite like that. Canon EOS R, 15 to 35, the Bevan 3-stop ND filter, ISO 100, F13, 8 seconds. I think sometimes it's so tempting to get your wide angle camera so down close to the action. That's what wide angle is really good for. But sometimes it's nice to just kind of sit back and take a picture of what the viewer would normally see. I quite like that. Cool. Right, I found another shot here I like. It's just up the river from where I was just a second ago. The reason I like it, bloody water dropping from the trees, bugger off. It's these branches either side of the river coming over and framing the shot. And there's some stones in the foreground, or rocks in the water, that will emphasise that slow shutter speed. Bloody water, it's a break with you. This is the shot as it looks at the minute. See what I mean? Oak trees from either side framing the shot, a little bit of white water, and you can see the river just kind of meanders off up through the middle. Quite like it. Not amazing. I might actually go a little bit wider because I'm shooting at 24mm and tilt back a little. No, I don't want to tilt back too much because I don't want that horrible sky. So all I'm going to do now is funk it up with an ND filter. I'm wondering if the polarizer will help me here, because the water's starting to get quite shiny. All I do before I even try and thinking whether I'm going to need a polarizer is I'll just chuck one on. Give him a turn. Oh yeah, makes a huge difference. I am going to want a polarizer. So now I know I need a polarizer. I know I'm going to want an ND filter. So I just as well use my ND filter with a built-in polarizer. Go for me 3-stop. 3-stop ND was what I was using earlier on, but this one's obviously got the built-in polarizer. See what that gives me. 4 seconds. It's quite nice, isn't it? 4 seconds. Don't forget, people, use the inside of your cloth, not the part of the cloth that's been touching your trousers, because you'll have softener and detergent on it. Makes it smeary. Lovely job. Right. 2 second timer is still on. Polarization. No polarization. Polarization. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. 4 seconds. No, I quite like that. Before and after. Yeah, it's quite moody. Canon EOS R, the Canon 14-35, the Maven 3ND CPL, f13 ISO 100, 4 seconds. Oh, look at that. There's a wide shot. Quite like that. Loving that. See, people, always flip the camera the other way just in case there might be a cool shot there. Big rock in the foreground on the right. Little bit of a rock on the left. These bloody drips dropping from above. Nightmare. Oh, I love a polarizer. They are so cool. Oh, I think that might be my favourite shot of the day. Right, people, that's about it. A couple of good shots, I think, there. I think that last shot I took was probably my favourite of the day. But what am I going to take from today, or what can we take from today? One, watch the bloody leaves dropping water on your glasses in the front of your lens, because it's a pain in the ass. When you take your lens cloth out your pocket, use the inside, not the outside of the cloth, because it'll have detergent on it. You don't always need to get close with a wide angle lens. You can always stand back a little bit and get a bit more. I know it's difficult sometimes to what do you put in the shot, what do you take out of the shot. I get in a bad habit of going really close and wide, rock right in your face, and then the trees and the woodland in the background. Sometimes it's nice to just stand back and get a nice pretty picture. You know, the trees, and then as the viewer can look through, then they can see the long exposure and all the rest of it. Hope that helps. This is going out on Friday, as always. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, look at that, sun's out now. Get in there. Oh yeah, and when you leave the car, leave a little bit cooler. When you start walking, you melt. I'm flipping roasting. Well, I'm quite nice now. Feel like I'm getting a suntan. Look at that. Yeah, it's going out on Friday. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. As always, any questions or anything, chuck them down below. I'm no pro, but if there's anything I can do to help, chuck it over. As always, there's an affiliate link for the Maven filters that I use. I love them. Get on really well with them. See you next week. Cool. Cheers. Bye.